Welcome back. We're here with Kevin Nealon at the Off the Hook Comedy Club, 9 season on Saturday Night Live. And of course now they're going to be doing the 7th season of Weeds on Showtime, which is coming up, which is really one of the only reasons to even have the, extended cable channels.
Yeah,
it's for show, like Weeds.
Well, Showtime's come up with a lot of good shows lately.
Yeah, they do have a lot of good
one
shows.
Of my favorite shows.
That's a good show.
Californication.
Good show.
The Big C, I guess, is doing good.
Right on. I have not seen the Big C.
It's called. The Big C, yeah, the Big C.
What is the Big C?
It's Laura Linney.
Uh-huh.
Plays a woman with cancer, I guess. I haven't seen it.
Oh. Doesn't sound like a very...
Yeah, it sounds heavy.
I don't know if I want to watch that.
Well, aren't we all sick with something?
Right, yeah, exactly. But I do like Weeds, and you played Doug Wilson, and have since the very, very first season. And now the idea behind the show Weeds is obviously this suburban mother who had been, she's a widow.
Lost her husband.
Right, lost her husband, and in order to kind of make ends meet, she starts selling pot.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you in the beginning played her accountant. You were also a city councilman.
That's right.
Right. And, you're just like the typical, just regular kind of guy, I guess, and you smoke pot and...
Just a guy out to have a good time.
Right.
And,
exactly. A good time California guy, you know what I mean?
That's
like
right.
a typical... you can see somebody being on a city council, of a small little community of Agrestic, the fictional community, and being like that, being a stoner, getting high in his car, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
when we shot the pilot, we filmed it in a town called Valencia, which doubled as Agrestic,
Right, like a gated community type
tiny
place.
box on the hillside, yeah.
Right.
And it was so hot. It was like 110 degrees, and we had to film inside a car, and I'm smoking out of a pipe.
Right.
It's a honey rose herb,
Yeah.
what we smoke.
Right.
Which we get from a honey rose herb cartel in Colombia. Very dangerous.
It's very big, yes.
Very dangerous.
That's right.
They won't decapitate you, but they'll give you a bad headache.
They will. That's right. They'll give
They're
you...
whining.
Yeah.
So here I was, like inside this SUV, smoking this pipe. It's honey rose herb, and it's still, because it's smoke, it's burning your throat.
Sure.
And you do a lot of takes and inhaling and puffing it out. And I'm not a smoker.
Yeah.
And that night, I'm laying in my bed, and my throat's killing me. I thought, what did I do for this stupid pilot?
Right,
I
yeah.
didn't even get picked up.
Yeah.
But luckily, I got picked up, and they made me a regular on it. I was just a guest star on that.
Nice.
Right. So it was only supposed to last for
Yeah.
a certain amount of time, a couple episodes or whatever.
Well, I was supposed to do the pilot, and then they were going to go on with their characters,
Right.
But they added my character to the rest of the show.
That's awesome.
The series, yeah. So that worked out good. That's the way it always works with me. Like for Saturday Night Live, I
Uh-huh.
wasn't hired as a cast member. I was hired as a writer and a featured player.
Really?
The first season, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So they guaranteed me 7 episodes, but I was on for all of them. And then the next season, they made me a cast member.
What were some of the things that you did that kind of made you stand out on SNL for them to keep you, as from a feature player to a cast member?
Well, the first season, the first sketch I did was Mr. Subliminal.
Which I love.
Yeah, that was fun. Thanks.
It's one of my favorite, still one of my favorite characters of all time.
Is it really?
Yeah, SNL history. Yeah,
Cool.
absolutely.
And I've done a lot of characters on there, hardly any, but I do. I did like doing that show, Pain. Yes, I did love it. But, so anyway, they decided to keep me as a regular cast member. They said you could either become a regular cast member and lose your writing credit, or you can keep your writing credit and stay a feature player.
Wow.
So I said, all right, what do I care about the writing credit? Everybody writes on that show anyway.
Sure. It's part of the job, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
From what I understand, it's pretty tough. The whole Saturday Night Live thing.
It's as tough as you make it.
Uh-huh.
If you're on that show and everybody's initial instinct is to come out of the gates with the guns blazing,
right,
and make a big splash and become a star overnight.
Sure.
But you can't do that if you're going to be on the show for a couple seasons. You got to pace yourself. It's like a marathon.
Right.
It's not a sprint.
You don't want to.
A lot of people just burn out.
It's like a porno movie. You don't want to right at the beginning. You want to wait until the end.
Yeah, you want to have the fluffers come in.
Sure. That's right.
Set you up.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't do it all yourself.
No. It takes a crew of people.
You can actually relate anything to porno.
You can.
I do.
Now that you think about it.
Golf, even golf. Golf
Yeah.
is like porno,
Sure.
Oh, yeah,
It's all about getting it in the hole.
Balls.
Get there, now bite.
Yeah.
Right. And I believe on a porno set they also have a ball washer.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right, so it is like
It
golf.
opens up down there.
That's right.
It's also called a flow.
Uh-oh, it's leaking.
That's right.
So I'm doing the comedy thing, stand-up comedy, doing the films. That's what's great about where I'm at now in this career is I don't get bored with doing one thing.
Right.
I do stand-up, I'm writing.
And you can do whatever you want.
I can do whatever I want. I have a book out that's called Yes, You're Pregnant, but What About Me?
Really?
Yeah, and that's doing really well. It's kind of it kind of chronicles going through a pregnancy, my wife's pregnancy, as a
Right.
guy.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of books for women about going through a pregnancy,
Right.
but not about the spouses.
Right, that's
I like
true.
that.
Now, what are some of the pearls of wisdom that you dropped in that?
Well, first of all, I'm an older first-time dad.
Oh, really?
It's interesting having a kid at my age, because here I'm having a kid when all my friends are already sending their kids off to rehab, actually.
Boy or girl, by the way?
It's a boy.
Yeah. How old
How
is he
can
now?
you tell, actually?
Yeah, right.
He's 4.
He's 4 now.
Yeah.
Very nice. Me and my wife just had a baby as well.
Oh, did you?
Boy.
Oh, nice.
11
Good
weeks-
choice.
11 weeks
Why
ago
did you
today.
decide on having a boy?
Well, we really weighed the options.
Yeah.
And with a girl, you've got to be worried about millions of penises, and with a boy, you just got to be worried about one.
That's right.
So it's math.
Yeah. Well, when the kid was born, it was a surprise for us as far as the sex of the baby. We didn't want to know what it was going to be.
Really?
And I didn't care, what it was, just as long as it had a penis. That's
Sure.
all I cared. And so that day came when the baby was born, and it was a penis. It was a
Yeah,
boy.
not good.
And
We don't
even
have
if
to give
it
us
wasn't,
a-
I didn't care. I actually brought a little baby strap on just for some pictures. That's all.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just for aesthetic
sir.
purposes.
Yeah, yeah. So the book is, it's a lot of that kind of stuff, but the book really became a comedic memoir of my life, because when you're about to have a child, you start thinking about your own childhood.
Right.
You start thinking about your parents, and then it drums up all these memories. So that's really what it became, a comedic memoir.
Sure.
I talk about growing up and Saturday Night Live and things like that. It sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, things like that of that nature.
I love that nature of these things.
Yeah, the things like that. That's another characters we came up with, Hans and Franz.
Hans and Franz, I love it.
Yes.
You and Dana Carvey.
Yeah, yeah. We were actually making fun of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, really?
And,
I didn't pick that up.
But he wanted to come on and do the show.
Really?
And Dana and I looked at us and said, and we thought, geez, doesn't he know we're making fun of him?
Right.
And he wants to come on and embrace that.
Sure.
But then we figured he's coming on the show to kill us.
Yeah, that's it. He was going to rip your heads off.
Yeah.
Right there on live television.
Yeah. But he finally came on the show, and they came and got us. He said, Arnold's in the dressing room. He wants to talk to you guys. And we got nervous. Like we were 2 kids going to the principal's office.
Yeah, like you're in trouble. Like you're
Yeah, we
screwed.
thought he was going to bust us, and blaming each other. You came up with no idea, and you did. You
Yeah.
wanted to do the gap in the teeth, Austrian accent. I said not to do that. It was too on the nose.
Right.
And we get to the dressing room, and it's it's full of cigar smoke, and we could see him sitting across the room, and he had the script in one hand and a big cigar in the other hand. He looked up through the cigar smoke to us. He goes, "Hello, fellas. Now, how am I supposed to do the accent?" Right then, we knew he had a good sense of humor.
Right, yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. That's funny. Arnold Schwarzenegger. Well, we're going to do a quick break. We'll come back in a minute. Kevin Nealon, you're at the Off the Hook Comedy Club this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I assume, in fact, I know that these are going to be completely sold out shows this weekend.
You're not going to be able to get tickets.
No.
Plenty of seats. You know what I mean?
There's going to be like scalpers out there.
Oh man, and it's going to be hilarious.
It's gonna
No
be-
chance. It's going to be great.
Yeah, mass rioting in the streets for tickets. 389-6900 or offthehookcomedy.com. We'll take a quick break. More of Kevin Nealon on The Freak Show is coming up next.